Okie dokie. So this is our bar workout together, bar inspired. So it will have elements of core, that is for sure. It will have elements of squat and lunge. It will have toning challenges. So there might be sort of like a pulse or staying in the challenge zone for a little bit longer. If you need it, you can grab a chair. So for the ones at the very beginning where we're going to be hinged down with a staggered stance and a flat back, you might want to put your hands on the base of a chair or a cabinet or something else you've got to hand. Other than that, you might need a chair for balance. Other than that, ventilation, water, layers, all of that inside this workout. There'll be a bit of everything. There'll be warming up, there'll be toning, there'll be calmer bits, there'll be higher intensity bits. Pause me whenever you need to, get into it, push yourself. If you need to drop back a little bit, less repetitions, smaller range of motion, they're all our ways to kind of counter any intensity. That being said, let's get going. So, very straightforward. Let me just move my mat. So very straightforward. We're going to do our toe tapping side to side. But already I've got toe tapping with some more glute and core engagement. So toe tapping, nothing more than this. So elevating over time. So you're elevating into a leg lift. And that again, working my hip flexors, working my core, think about my good posture, side to side for me. Just keep your shoulders back and down. What we're going to go into is a little micro squat or a wide plie, and then the side to side, same thing, a leg lift. We're going to pop our arms into the mix in a minute. We're just going to think a little bit lower, a little bit stronger with that thigh engagement. Down and up, down and up. Let's do 3 more each side. We've got 2 more. Here you go, last one each side. And then just go back to the pointed toe. So again, lift up from the pelvis. Good posture for me. From here, let's just have little mini reaches. So I'm going to keep quite a soft elbow or quite a bent elbow even. If you want to reach, you can have the pause, but I'm going to do a little bit of that anyway. It's just depending if you don't want this slightly higher tempo. So reach it. If you've got a little bit of pull back to these arms, let's do that as well. Toe tapping is still keep going with that unless you want to have a static position. Now I'm going to reach and reach and reach. So here, again, you can pick up the tempo for your reach if you are comfortable. I wouldn't necessarily say you need to lift the arms any higher. They bend over, and the same is true of the leg. Just keep it at a level that's manageable and challenging all at the same time. From here, let's go into that slight little lean forward and those hamstring curls or kicking. So I'm ever so slightly lean forward to kick my bottom. You don't have to travel, you're fine where you are. I'm just showing you all the angles. So from here, let's do either palms down and pull back or a bit of everything. So a bit of low to high, and it's that side to side, and then it's that pull back and back. So always entirely up to you how you interpret what I'm giving you as your options. Paired down with these is just calmer arms, not as strong. Don't go yanking if you don't want to, but it's a bit of a chest opener as well. It works into that chest opener, into toning, all combined really. So if you haven't done many, do maybe a slower holding version of your upright row. And then I've got a little bit of a balance challenge because I'm staying on that leg. Then just kick it out, take the arms out for me, and then just have a little tap back. So it's a little curtsy, and a little, if you can see, my hips are just twisting. So it's just light, it's not a curtsy hop, it's not even a proper depth necessarily for my curtsy. I can obviously go deeper when I want to, but for the moment I'm keeping this light. And then let's just have the lovely stretch. Reach and reach. Take it up and over, lengthen away, pause when you need to, get a little lower in that back leg if you want to, arch a little differently, a little deeper, and then take it back to the toe tapping version. So you're twisting and twisting. And again, I picked up the tempo just a little bit. So this all needs my core. This is all my lovely good posture. And from here, we're just going to take a side step. We're going to go into a side lunge in a minute. I'm just going to keep you moving so that we keep our heart rate up. And you can have a little, I'm not so much kicking my foot, but I'm just hovering it rather than actually tapping. You could be doing that. If you want to tap and come down with me, I'm going to do a little mini squat version, just teeny tiny. Try not to crash the knees together as well. As I hinge, that's all core. From the very base of your pelvis, pulling right up inside, up into my breastbone, coming through the rib cage. Just take it up a notch. From here, you're just going to take an up and over. Just tap, tap, up and over. Tap, tap, other leg, up and over. So you change yourself back so that you're doing a pause, as in you've got the tap and the low down before the high up, before the lifting. We're going to do just one more on the other side. So that's now. And then let's just kick those heels, but with the calm, with the walking. I said the lateral lunge was coming your way. So we're going to have the lateral lunge with a drop and a reach. So I'm going to do it single-sided. If you want to do side to side, by all means. So just dropping down. When I say drop, I don't mean actually drop, I mean a controlled reach. That's a better option, isn't it? My terminology. Reach and reach. So over time, you may want to take your gaze down and you may want to tap down. If you're okay tapping the floor, let's tap the floor. But it's a down and you're coming on back up for me. It's 3, it's 2, and 1. Just walk it over for me to the other side. Again, lift up, correct out rather than start floppy. That lovely posture for me. And you don't know until you get going what your body's going to allow you. What's that range of motion? What's that flexibility like on that second side? See if you can just nudge and push yourself a little bit more. If knees don't like it, if back doesn't like it, or anything else, just back off a little bit. Take it to your max. We're still at the beginning of our workout together. Next one, last one. Lovely. From here, I need a tissue. So if you need to, have a little walk to break because we're going to go into some actual pain face. I do apologize. So from here, if you can, just wander around. So from here, we're going into, I mentioned it, this staggered stance. So this staggered stance might be when you're going to bring your chair in for me. We're going to hinge from the hips and have a lovely flat back. And what we're going to do, let me just put my mat a little bit more in line. From here, we are going to go into that hinge that is the back heel down, the reach. When you're coming up, you're going to bend and kick the leg. So you're going to have a stretch and a pause, and then I soften slightly that front knee. I'm not rigid at the front knee. And because there's a little bit of a twofold to it, stretch and work, it's okay, but it's not the smoothest transition as yet. Might get there, might not. We'll do one side, we'll do the other. So reach and stretch for me. As you come up, lean and kick. Breathe in, breathe out. If you want to lean a little bit more with that hamstring curl, you absolutely can. I'm challenging the flexibility of my calves and hamstrings on both legs for me because I'm keeping my heels down on this reach. And your reach could be into the air. Your reach could be to the flat part of that chair or any other sort of item of furniture. But you're going with your version. So just a last and final rep coming up now. Down and kick. So nothing changes, just the leg. Same exact staggered stance, as it were, like a little mini lunge position. If you do need to bend your knee, bend the back one more so than the front. If you're okay with the hinge, you might need to go a little bit slower on an opposite side or just the first few reps of the second side because you don't quite have your brain and your body in gear, as it were. I know I was like that, a little bit hesitant on those first ones. You get into your groove, you get into your rhythm, you breathe in, you breathe it out. You let yourself be challenged, but you always use the core to give you more support. Let's have the last one coming up now. Down and lift. Lovely. So same thing. We're going to do one side, then we're going to do the next. Same thing, staggered stance. Slightly different move. We're going to try ourselves at lifting that leg. I know you were doing that, but by bending the knee, it's far kinder on the very lowest part of your back. And I don't really need you to lift the leg. I just need you to have a straighter option. Can be a soft knee, but what we were doing just now was kicking. So we had a lovely bent knee, but it's all relative. See how you are when you get going. So I'm going to hinge. I'm going to reach. When I come up, I'm going to kick out. So same hinge, nice strong thigh, no longer kicking, and it's a lean out. So you've got that lean again, that kind of hinge forward. So when you're ready, you keep going down, soften the front knee, put the back heel straight down if you can. Challenge to flow with these ones. There's a chance that because you've got the hinge pattern down and it's familiar to you, that it kind of comes into its own. If you want to change, and actually when you're doing a balance now, you want to put your hands out onto something as you create that kind of long line from the head to your toes or the head to your heel if you're doing a flexed foot. That is good with me. Just challenge yourself when it's appropriate. Back off if need be. And let's go on the other side. So, same thing. Stagger your stance, split those legs. Get ready with the core. If you need a pause or you need a breather, just join when you're ready. Down. Again, might be a little bit more of a calmer, gingerly option on this next one. On this side, sorry. Down. I can either flick out through the ankle and point the toe, or you could come up from the mat with a flexed foot. All are good with me because it's relative to you. The challenge is there for maybe a deeper hinge and more of a flat back. You come out of your flat back to go back down into it. Inhale, exhale. One more, down and up. Lovely. If you need it, just have a little walk around to loosen up or even a water break. We're going to go back to that first side. Nothing complicated, it's just a lunge, But if you need it, you could always have a chair on the support, which would be your front leg, the supporting side. And we're going to go down and up. Simple and straightforward, but it's total toning, total body toning. Core must be engaged. Good posture for me with the shoulders. Whatever you feel is good for the depth of that back leg. So, are you ready? Let's just stagger it or go a little deep. So if you're in the staggered stance, be careful of doing a lunge where you actually push forward. I need you, if you don't want to go too far, to just go down and out, in and out, but this knee stays in line with the front ankle. So have a little look if you can at yourself. I know I'm going to go back, pull back, and then this is my up and down. So we've got 10 of them. Down, get pulled up with the core, straighten that back leg. 3, 4, 5, strong core. 5 to go. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up here for a moment. Engage the core, hinge, and just give me the kick on its own that we've been doing. So breathe in, breathe out. Let's do another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swap over sides for me. Any stretching, loosening up, kind of combine it whilst I'm chit-chatting. And then, where are you for this side? Do you have a tighter hip flexor? Are you getting tired in the core? What's the posture doing? What's the front leg doing? So 10 reps, not loads, but let's challenge. Pull that back leg up. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. This is number 4. We're at 5. 5 to go. 5, haphazard. I could sense my foot was like, oh, we can't do it anymore. So just wiggle it out or kick it out, shake it out, all of the above, and just breathe in and breathe it out. So just giving yourself a little pause. What we're going to try and do is a kind of little crossover into yoga, because you've been doing that anyway, if you didn't know. Those are warrior threes you've been doing. Let's just go with a very slow, tonal, holding version that has no help from the hands. If you can, be free. If you need to have a T-shape or a straight arms out in front, please do. But you're going to come into and hold with our kind of prayer position hands, and all that means is actually working your chest, holding firm and steady. Sort of mine is right in the center of my chest, center of my torso. Back to the first side for me. When you're ready for it, relax those shoulders, hinge in. If you just want to lift and hold here with the core, you absolutely can. Could you get a little lower into that hinge? Could you press into the heel of the hands a little more and give me a hold? You're breathing in, breathing out. You've got 3. It's 2. Don't go anywhere. Bring the back leg up and hold it. So hold here. Take the arms above the head. Breathing in, breathing out. 3, 2. Don't go anywhere. Turn the leg out. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Hinge. Take it out behind. Arms could come down if you would like. We're holding for 3, 2, 1. Other side. So you are in charge of everything. You're in charge of your breathing. You're in charge of the core engagement. You're in charge of toning on these ones. Let me just bring that together actually. So let's go into it. Your staggered stance or your kind of lunge position. Relax the shoulders, hands in. Calm to start with, and when you're in it, if you can push, let's push a bit more. So you could be calm here. I know my gaze goes down when I'm in a nice hinge. So strong core, breathing in, breathing out. Push a little deeper into the heel of the hands. Draw the shoulder blades down your back. Get into more of a flat back. When you're ready, come through, bring the knee, and just hold it. So you can relax the arms. Then we take them up. Breathe in, breathe it out. Take it to the side. Inhale. Exhale. Take it back. Hold it. You're in an attitude position. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Perfect. So again, have a little water break. We've got a moment's pause. We're going to come into some wide plies. How are we doing for time? Lovely for time. So these wide plies have a classic, again, nothing complicated, but could you just get deeper in the initial drop down or lower down phase? And then instead of coming all the way up all of the time, could you come 3/4 of the way up? So you're not straightening the legs the entire time. And then you go down. You don't have to do that for every rep. Some of them you might want to go right up, right down. So see where you are. Draw the shoulder blades back and down. Lift from the pelvis. Give me a nice proud chest. Drop the shoulders back. You may or may not be in the perfect position with these legs. Slide down on these first ones and then come up 3/4. Slide and pull. Pull from within. Good posture throughout. Are you okay where you are? Could you go a little lower? And then give me a 3/4 lift. Down, 3/4. This is the inhale. This is the exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Strong through the inner thighs. Strong through the posture. Strong with the glute squeeze. Are you squeezing those glutes? Even if you're not coming all the way up. Lift it into the glutes. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. You got 5. It's 4, 3, 2, and you can come out. So if you need to walk it out, or just to give those hip flexors a little ease, a little pause, let's do that. So we've got the same thing where we're going to go with the wide plie, and I'm just going to challenge you on the next one to do the pulses. These are standalone, and then I'm going to put 2 different tempo changes together without resting if you can. So you've got 4 lots of wide plie, up and down, pulsing, different tempos for the in and the out. So are you with me for some pulsing? This is pulsing, but not bobbing on those legs or bobbing in those joints. Slide down, good posture, back is against a wall. Get lower than you think, get that posture back. Here, you're doing a little down, pull, and pull. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I'm going to put the timer on for these ones, and we're going to work for another 20 seconds. Pull, pull, breathe in, breathe out. Challenging those inner and outer thighs, challenging the glutes, challenging the posture, challenging the core. Breathe in, breathe it out. You're on the last 3, 2, and all the way up. Same thing, if you want to, you can do a little standing hip opener, my up and over the gate. You could do a bit of that hip flexor where you tuck and release, so that's hip flexor stretching. Might be helpful just before, so I'm tucking my tailbone under just before we do a few more challenging wide plies. So the wide plie to start with is down for 2, up for 2. The next one is going to be down for 3, up for 3. You're going to hold for me, if you can, in a little micro hold before we do the 3, so you're not actually coming out. Are you ready? So let's slide down. I'm going to get that timer going. What we're going to do is go up for 2, down for 2, up for 2. It's not all the way up, and it's also not all the way down to the absolute depth, because we need to hold a little bit in the bag to get a 3 count out on the next block. So make sure you're sitting into those heels for me. Make sure you have got your good posture, your core engagement, and your breathing on point for these. It's about 5 seconds. Like I said, then you're going to have a 5-second hold. So hold it now. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down. Give me 1, 2, 3. Not all the way to the top. 3, 2, 1. So you do your own depth. You do your own counting. But we're going in 3s. Try and make it nice and smooth. Little less jerky. Keep sliding down. Lifting up. You've got about 10 seconds. Then you're going to have one more hold again. Keep going. This is your hold now. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out you come. Little nanosecond of time. So from here, we go into, oh look, more wide plies. So wide plies, but if you're okay with it, we've got a heel up. Do you want to bring your chair back in? Wide plie is normally the more of the stable option when you're doing a squat. It might not feel like that for you. You might like a chair just in front of you. See, without, pop it there. If you need to put your fingertips on, it's just not leaning in and dropping in and losing your posture. It's just kind of like, oh, I might need it. So you've got one heel up, and we're going to go down and up for 2, down and up for 3, then you've got the other side. If we can hold you down, both heels down, instead of coming out, we'll swap straight to the other side. If you know you need to come out, wiggle it out, shake it out, whatever you need, you'll just rejoin and come when you're ready. So give me that wide plie. Give me that lovely posture. Give me lifted up from the very base of your spine. Slide it down. Pick a side you're going with. I'm lifting my left, could be your right. Here you go. Down for 2, up for 2. Down for 2, up for 2. They're very tiny movements because otherwise you'd really be lifting out. I don't need you to bob up and down. I need you to challenge your core, challenge your concentration, challenge that connection of the mind and the body. You got 5 seconds. Let's go. Hold it. You've got to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going down and up for 3. I'm okay if you come a little higher. Slide it, pull up. Slide it, pull up a little higher each time. About 10 seconds on the clock. Then our hold will be down there, but both heels down. Are you ready? Put the heel down. Get low. 5, 4, down and up. If you needed a pause, come back when you're ready. Go down and up on the other side. Other heel is up now. You've got about 10 seconds on the clock. So close. Then a hold with this heel up, and then you got the 3 count. Are you ready for that hold? Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down and up for 3. Pull it. Lower down. Speedier. Potentially smoother. More than likely. Are you ready for that hold? It's coming in about 5 seconds. Nearly there now. Go down, lift it. Last one down and up. Both heels down, stay. Shoulders, posture. Both heels up. Hold it. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo! Yowza! So walk it about. Start some breathing. If you haven't been breathing, make sure you're breathing. So if you need, it's not necessarily inner thigh per se, but if you need a bit of thigh stretching in a general sense, take it heel to bottom. I'm holding my toes. You hold the ankle if that's not helpful, or hold onto the chair as well. And just breathe in and breathe out for me. Nice, strong, big, deep breaths. Grab that water as well, should you need it. Let's take some nice, big, deep breaths and just have the calm breathing. We're going to go into parallel squats. We're going to stay again in a low down, challenging option, whatever that is depth-wise for you. Try not to drop forward because I'm going to make us engage the core and give me dumb waiter, which is palms up, in and out. If you want to dump the idea of the squat, just give me the dumb waiter and you're still working on that lovely core engagement, the posture, and I'm with you. You might want to take it out of the legs. It's okay. Don't worry. You can join at any time. So parallel legs. Let me get that timer going again. Slide it. Slide down. Hold. Lovely strong posture. Elbows glued to your hips or there and about. Palms up. Squeeze it. When you're going back, imagine you are squeezing something between my shoulder blades. Imagine that you have a ball between your thighs. Imagine you are squeezing your pelvic floor and your core. On the way out with the arms, you lift up from within. Squeeze. Breathe in. Breathe it out. Squeeze. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay where you are with the arms out. Lift one heel and give me some slow pulsing V biceps. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Swap sides. Arms stay the same. Pull, pull, pull. Breathe in. Breathe it out for me. From here, just kind of flop. Shake it out a touch. Breathe in. Just open up the chest. Get the movement going. If you need to shake out through the wrist or shake out a little bit more or open the chest a little bit more, you go right ahead. Same is true if you need it through the legs. From here, we're going to do our body weight pulsing. And we're going to do, our body weight punching. We've done some pulsing. My brain says, pulse, we must pulse some more. So from here, you have got the parallel legs, the in-betweeny legs, whatever you feel like. I'm going to go with parallel because we've done some of our wide plies already. We've done a lot, haven't we? So I'm going to get the timer going and I'm going to punch high, side to side. So I am in a little squat and I'm just staying quite firm with those legs. And I'm punching up above. I've got a slight lean, so I am going above the center of my head and then over to that other side. You're going to move in your version for as strong as you possibly can with the punch out and the retraction. So you're working the shoulders for me. We're working the core. Let's go in front of the face, left and right, over, over. Coming from the core, coming from the shoulders. If you want to reach out and you don't want to punch, keep going. I really don't mind. Get lower in those legs. Punch down, down, down. Over the knees. Up, up, breathe out. Hold that parallel squat. Walk in a little bit more. From here, just give me pelvic tucks. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Really big glute engagement. Really big pelvic tuck. Scoop it under, lift it. Squeeze, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, lift those heels. Walk in a touch more. If you need that chair, have it. Have it to hand. Slide. Pelvic tucks here. Tuck. Release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just coming to the side so you can see. Tuck. Tuck. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. One heel up. Reach and lower. So arms up. Walk those heels up and down. You're still in that squat position. One heel up. Double arms up. Other heel. Let's switch it. If you can walk it out and go a little bit faster for me, let's do it. Can you change? Have those palms down, down, above the head. If you're keeping them in line, to the shoulder height. If you're giving me a tricep kickback or a pushback, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and try not to just stop. Shake it out just a little bit. Just roll the shoulders. Shake it out. So now we're going to take it down a notch. We're going to take it down so that we come to be in a kind of mat-based options now. So always, if I give you a full plank, you can come to hands on a chair, more of an elevated position, or any other kind of cabinetry that you've got, or giving a kneeling. We're going to do a roll down together if you haven't already gone there. But we're going to roll down, tucking the chin to chest, relax the head, relax the shoulders, breathe in, breathe it out. Soften onto the knees. If you're okay with staying here, flat hands or fists, or holding dumbbells, you can give me knees to the chest, maybe a bit more of a round back option. I'm going to go up to my full plank, but I'm going to make sure when I'm up there that my wrists, elbows, shoulders in line. If you can see it now, I'm not in line. When I get up, that's me. I am in line. I'm driving. We're going to go slow. We're going to go with toning, driving, strong exhale, knee to chest. Keep traveling through your version as strong as you possibly can. Breathe in. Breathe it out for me. Inhale. Exhale. 5 more. You know it. You got 4. It's 3. It's 2. 1 more. And pause. Because you can just breathe to open the chest and shake out the wrists here. Just give yourself a little second. Breathing in, breathing out. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe in, breathe out. What we're going to go with is a little combo if you want it. If you want to do your paired down version for me, let's soft on the knees, give me the box position. And you can be here with a cross-body mountain climber on its own. So it's opposite knee to the hand, sort of the elbow, wherever that is. Or same thing, maybe one-sided, kick out leg, driving leg. If you're with me for a full plank version, looks a little bit like a downward facing dog, so you can have bum up, bum down, come in and out of the plank. And again, you could do a single side, but I quite like switching. Just slows me down, I lift, I drive. I reach out through those toes, I drive the knee somewhere over. Like I said, you could be higher up, you could be inside the hands or inside the arm, you could be outside. Do you want to twist a little bit more? Let's do 2 more each side. If you can give me more rotation, Let's do it. Last one. If you can. Hold it down, dog. Get up there for me if you can. Hold it. Reach. Opposite hand to leg, to ankle, into the air. Whatever you think you can do, let's do it. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Woo! Yowza. Come on round. Let's sit on our bottoms if you're not already there. Stretch out towards your toes for me. Stretching out. I'm holding my ankles. Might not be feasible for you. If you've got a band or a strap, you can always hold it round and walk down and have the strap or the band helping you. Stretch out your back, your calves, your hamstrings, your everything's here. Let's just split those legs and have one in and one out. Toe down and just lift over the top and then sweep over. So you're just sweeping up, sweeping over, reaching up, reaching round. Swap over sides, in and out with those legs, feel in, pointed or flexed, but I don't mind. And it could be up or it could be under. I went over and over. You could go threading under, whatever you feel is a good option. Reach or wrap as well. 1 more. Each direction. Soles of the feet together for me. Just come more centrally. Let's stretch out your head, neck and chest. Lifting up. Ooh, excuse me. Tuck the chin. Slide up and put those elbows in your legs for me. One way and the other. This is all good. Head, neck, upper back, chest mobilization. Pressure if you want to through those elbows. And then just repeat that really by lifting up and having a bit of a freer option. So if you can, it's either fingertips or heel of the hands. Lift up. And then you can reach in front, reach up, reach round. You can wrap, you can hold. So if you want to have a freer arm and have a change from this twist where you have the arm up in the air, you absolutely can. Sometimes hand down gives you more through the waist. Sometimes arm up gives you, I'm just going to do side bend, arm up gives you more through the upper back rather than the rib cage. Wrap it for me, wrap it. Let's just stretch out your wrist. Let's pull to interlace. Have a little lean if you want it to be. And then just roll it round into the normal fours for me. Tuck with a lovely big tuck. Release with that lovely stretch through my abs. Tuck toes for me. Lift up, down dog for a change. Step forward, hang here. Slow to come up. Tuck the tailbone. Up, back and around. And you are all done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that one hit the spot. And I will see you here back again very, very soon.